A spring has a spring constant of 200 Newton per meter. What force is needed to extend it by 0.05 meter? Okay. Let us start by writing out the information that we are given in the question. In the question, we are given that a spring has a spring constant of 200 Newton. So that means that we know that K is the elastic constant. In this question, the elastic constant is called spring constant. Are you getting it? So here, K, which is the spring constant, is what? 200 Newton per meter. You can see the unit, Newton per meter, okay? Anytime you check your parameters, you check the given parameters in your question, and you saw Newton per meter, just know that that is constant. Are you getting it? Okay. What force is needed to extend it by 0.05 meter? So that means extension is what? 0.05 meter. Now, from the law, force is equals to spring constant multiplied by what? Extension. So force is equals to 200 multiplied by 0.05 meter. Okay. So the force, multiply this and this, you're going to have 10 Newton. Okay. So the answer to this is 10 Newton. Let's look at the second question. Don't forget, we are still under this law. F equals to KE. Okay. The second question here, a force of 15 Newton stretches a spring by 3 centimeters. Find the spring constant. Okay. By the way, let me give you another name. You know, I told you that we have two elastic constants. The first is what? Another name for this kind of constant that you're dealing with is spring constant. Are you getting it? We still have Young modulus. Don't worry. See, by the time I get to Young modulus, I'm going to differentiate. I'm going to give you a thorough differentiation that exists between this K here and that of Young modulus. Okay. Now, the kind of constant that we are talking here is spring constant. Are you getting it? The reason why I'm emphasizing on this is because by the time you are given question, you must be able to differentiate the constant that the question requires. Do you understand? Okay, now, for the second question, we have F is equals to 15 Newton, and then the spring is stretched, which is E equals to 3 centimeters. We are asked to find the spring constant. So we are looking for the value of K. K is unknown. How can you get the value of K? It's simple. The first thing here is to check maybe all the units, all the parameters that you are given in the question is in their standard units. You can see that this one is in Newton, so we don't have any problem with that. But what of the extension? The extension is in centimeters, so that means we have to convert it to meter. Are you getting it? So I'm going to divide it by what? 100, okay? So 3 centimeters is equals to 3 over 100. 300 over 100 meters. So that will be what? 0.03 meter. Okay. So we can proceed to calculate the spring constant K. From this formula, F equals to KE. I'm going to have F, which is 15 Newton. 15 equals to K multiplied by extension, which is 0.03. To get the extension, you divide both by what? 0.03. So 15 divided by 0.03, that is 500 Newton per meter. Okay, so that is the solution to the question. Okay, now let's look at another question here. A spring with K equals to 80 Newton per meter is hung vertically. A 2 kilogram mass is attached. Find the extension. Given G equals to 10 meters per second squared. Okay, G here is the acceleration due to gravity. Do you understand? So take note of that. Let me erase this. Now, from the question, we are given that K is 80 Newton per meter. Please pay attention. K equals to 80 Newton. That is the elastic constant or the spring constant. Okay. In fact, let us draw the diagram. Okay. For the diagram, I'm going to have something like this. Are you getting it? And this is the spring. Let's call this the spring, and then a force of 20 kilogram, 2 kilograms, sorry, 2 kilogram is attached to it. Oh, a load, sorry. The question says a load of 2 kilogram is attached to it. So we have 2 kilogram and we are asked to find the extension. So let me just say M, which is the mass. Mass is what? 2 kilogram. And then we are looking for extension. Now listen to me. We all know that we have F equals to KE. Here we know the what? The elastic constant. Are you getting it? But we don't know the value of the force. Also, we are looking for what? The value of E. How can we get the value of E? We can't get the value of E without knowing the force, because here E will be equals to force over what? The spring constant or the elastic constant. And the elastic constant is what? 80 Newton per meter. So how can I get the force? The question is this. We are given the value of G as what? 10 meter per second squared. Do you know that this load exert a force on this spring? Because when the load, which is when the load of mass 2 kilogram is hung on the spring, it causes the spring to stretch. Are you getting it? And I told you that when any elastic material stretch, what causes such elastic material to stretch is force. Are you getting it? So that means that this mass, this load is exerting a force on this spring. That kind of force is called weight force. Are you getting it? Because now the spring stretches. Weight force is calculated as W equals to mass times acceleration due to gravity. So that means we need to get the force that this load exerts on the spring. Do you understand? So I'm going to have W equals to 2 kilogram multiplied by 10 meter per second squared, where G is acceleration due to gravity. So I'm going to have 20 Newton. So the force that I'm going to use here is 20 Newton. Are you getting it? So here I'm going to have force, okay, E is equals to force, which is 20, divided by spring constant, which is 80. Are you following? So here I'm going to have E equals to 0.25 meter. 0.25 meter, because you're going to have 1 over 4. Do you understand? So that is the solution to the question. Okay, a force of 0.8 Newton stretches an elastic spring by 2 centimeters. You can see that all this question is on spring. So spring has spring constant. That is constant K. Do you understand? Okay. Find the elastic constant of the spring. This kind of elastic constant is called spring constant. Do not forget, okay? Now, let's start by writing out the information that we are given in the question. A force of 0.8 Newton, so F equals to 0.8 Newton, stretches an elastic spring by 2 centimeters. So the extension is 2 centimeters. Our goal is to find the value of K, okay? Now, pause this video, attempt the solution. When you are done, play the video and check whether your answer is correct, okay? Now, do you know that F is equals to KE? We are looking for the value of K, so K is equals to F over E. Are you getting it? So, but we cannot use this extension directly, okay? We have to convert it to what? Meter. So, 2 centimeter is equals to 2 over 100 meter. Do you understand? That will be what? 0.02 meter, okay? So, I'm going to have K is equals to 0.8 Newton divided by 0.002 meter. Are you following? Okay. So if you take your ratio, you're going to have K as what? 40 Newton per meter. Okay. Now, to the next question. A force of 2 Newton stretches an elastic material by 30 millimeter. What additional force will stretch the material 35 millimeter? Assume that the elastic limit is not exceeded. Okay. Let's start by writing out the information that we are given in the question. We have force is what? 2 Newton. And this force stretches the material by 30 millimeters. So the E is what? 30 millimeter. 30 millimeter. Okay. We are asked to calculate the additional force. Let's call this force F1 let's call the additional force F2. You understand? We are asked to calculate the additional force that will stretch the material 35 millimeters. So the extension now for is, learn how to interpret the question. This is the force required to stretch the materials by what? 30 millimeter. Our goal now is to find the force that we require to stretch the materials for 35 millimeter. Now, do you know that we cannot get the force that we require to stretch the materials 35 millimeter without knowing the elastic constant? Are you getting it? So that means to get the elastic constant, we're going to make use of the first two parameters that we are given, which is what? F1 and E. Are you getting it? The K will be the same for the question. Are you getting it? The K will be the same for both F1 and F2 because it is the same materials. Do you understand? So K is unknown here. We need to get the value of K. But before we get the value of K, our extension is in millimeter. So we need to convert it to what? Meter. Okay, now listen. F is equals to KE. For the extension, 30 millimeter is equals to 30 over 1000 meter. Are you getting it? So to get the value of K, I'm going to have 2 is equals to K multiplied by 30 over 1000. Are you following? Okay. Divide both sides by 30 over 1000. I'm going to have K is equals to 2 multiplied by 1000 over 30. K is equals to 2000 over 30. Okay. Now, having gotten the value of K as 2000 over 30, put Newton per meter. I just put it in fraction because I'm still going to make use of it in the second question. Okay, it's still the same question. The question has two parts. Are you getting it? The second part is this, but we need to get the value of K for the first part. Are you getting it? So the value of K is 2000 over 30. Now, I leave it in fraction because I'm going to make use of it here. Now, F2 is not the same thing as what? KE. Okay, the E is small letter now. E is 35 millimeter. So 35 millimeter will be equals to 35 all over 1000 meter. You understand? So I'm going to have F2 is equals to K, which is 2000 all over 30 multiplied by E. E is what? 35 over 1000. Okay. So here, 1000 here, I'm going to have 2. F2 is equals to 2 times 35 all over 30. Are you getting it? So F2 will be equals to, that is 35 over 15. If you want it in fraction, you can put it like that. And if you want it in decimal, if you put your calculator, you're going to have 2.33 Newton. You understand? So that is 2.33 Newton. So whole number, that is 2 Newton. So the force is literally the same because you see the difference between 30 millimeter and 35 millimeter is 5 millimeter. So you can see that the force increases by what? 0.33. You understand? So the force are closer because the extension is just little. You can see that the constant doesn't change, but when it is extended, what happens to the force? The force increase. Are you getting it? So pay attention to that. If you have any question as touching this, let me know in the comment section. You see, I divide this class into two, okay? This is the first part. In the second part, we're going to discuss Young modulus, stress and strain, and other concepts as related to elastic properties of solid. And in fact, I'm going to do a complete video that will combine both the first and the second. So if that is what you want to watch, you can kindly check the link in the description of this video. I'm going to drop the link there immediately I'm done with the class, okay? So ensure that you watch the class to have a comprehensive knowledge as touching elastic properties of solid, okay? Do not forget to like, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop your comment, okay? If you enjoyed the class, just drop it. Let me know in the comment section I enjoyed the class, okay? I want to give me feedback as touching what we discussed in this class, okay? See you in the next class.